Welcome, everyone, to this month's episode of Queenager Wisdom, the life enrichment program that's designed to provide you with power-packed life skills that will enable you to strategically maneuver around, rise above, and soar beyond the multiple pitfalls and perils of life. If living an interesting, vibrant, enjoyable, and super satisfying life is exactly what you're looking for, this is the show you want to tune into every month. So, on that note, we want to welcome you all again and let you know that this month we're going to sort of kind of continue our dialogue from last month, where we were talking about how to achieve mental wellness, and happiness is one of the most powerful ways you can do that. And so as we progress through tonight's segment, Miss C and I promise to share the best of who we are and what we've learned up to this point in our lifetime with all of you. So you'll be able to add on star strategies to your personal treasure chest of life skills to use whenever you need them. Our topic this evening, Blueprint for Happiness, will inspire and encourage you to live the life you were divinely designed, brilliantly created, and sent into the world to explore, experience, expand, and exhibit joyfully and joyfully live. So, hey there, Ms. C.
Hey there, Mama C. Hi, everybody.
How's the weather there? The weather is beautiful here today. It's just like, the perfect weather.
I see you outside.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the deck, and I got the greenery all around me. Mother Nature is in full bloom, and I'm loving it. You know, I'm just absolutely loving it. So, you know, when
And
we
I'm
think
seeing
about
what you're seeing facing this way. I have all the trees and the greenery facing
you
this
see
way.
it. Okay, all right. Yeah, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we've all been so closed in for the last year and almost a half, that to be able to sit outside and to feel the embrace of Mother Nature around us. Oh, that's just marvelous. What can I tell you? You know, what can I tell you?
Be happy, right? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
how the weather was here. It's beautiful. It is gorgeous.
Well, you know what? I think we needed some gorgeous and beautiful and all of that good stuff.
Yes.
So, you know, one of the things that I was thinking about, and I kind of jotted some notes on, you know, there are things that are often missing in the lives of people who have issues with their mental stability. And that could cause them to spiral into crushing depression, anxiety, and you know, other mental health issues, which can often lead to disruptive behaviors like drug addiction, alcohol abuse, obesity. For example, people who are mentally healthy tend to have a passion for enthusiasm for life, contentment for the things they have in life, and acceptance of the bad circumstances and challenges they experience, self-confidence and good self-esteem, and the ability to just have fun, to be able to laugh at themselves, to be able to laugh at other people, and just laugh at life in general. I think that's one of the ways that I create happiness for me, create and expand happiness for myself. I smile a lot, and I try to not to take things personally, because, you know, when you do, you can tend to, and depending on how much you do that, you can tend to take it to the extreme. And when we take it to the extreme, that strips us of our joy, our happiness, you know? So, Miss C, what are some issues and some strategies and all the good stuff about happiness that fills your heart and your life?
Amen. You know, somebody called just as you said, Miss C. Like, oh, now. So anyway, we won't have that problem again. Yeah, you know what? I ditto everything you just said. I had to take a few notes also because I would have thought happiness was just going to be, oh, let's just talk. But happiness is so filling. It's so fulfilling, that
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. So I just thought about myself first, just being gentle. When I'm gentle with myself, I can be happy. If I'm throwing myself all over the place and tossing myself and pulling my hair out and aggravated and angry with myself and down on myself and I can be my worst critic of myself. And if I'm not gentle with myself, I can't be happy.
Yeah.
So, right. So I just want to be gentle. I want to be kind with myself first, because I can be unkind to me, like something didn't go the way I wanted, or I made a mistake, or I said the wrong thing. I will practically assassinate my poor little self.
And I think we've all done that from time to time. We have to catch ourselves when we do that.
I have to catch myself, and be kind, be gentle, be kind, be loving to myself, and happiness also, I'm learning more and more throughout the years, because I come more and more out of being self-centered, that it's not all about me. It is about me, but not all about me, serving. So I know we can really delve into all these pieces. I'm just throwing out a few pieces here, and then we put all the puzzle together and really, smooth it out and polish it and everything. And just learning how to live in this world, to know that I am no man is an island, right?
I agree.
Right? I have to take care of myself, so I have to go in to come out. I have to go in to come out. Just think about it like that. Go in to come out.
Absolutely.
Right. So I have to take care of the inner me, so that the outer me can get along in this world. And like you had said earlier, be accepting and be tolerant and be kind and be loving, be all those things.
Yeah.
But I can't change myself, but I rely on God to direct me and to guide me into what it is that He's molded me to be. So, just being, happiness for me is being available to myself, available to God, available to my sisters, my brothers, my relationships. And because if not, you can't keep it if you don't give it away. If I don't give the love away, what's the point?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And happiness for me is learning what is that word? Wait. Why am I talking? Learning that I don't have to be the miss it, the be all it, to be able to withdraw, to harness in. Sometimes you like the horse has the power, like horsepower, but you have to harness it in. You have to gird it in. You have to have those blindfolders on, so you don't get really distracted.
Absolutely. I so agree with you on that. I had a speaking engagement last night, and I literally said to the women, I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to gain attention. I'm here to inspire and encourage you.
Yes.
Okay. I said, people often call me a motivational speaker, and I tell them I'm not a motivational speaker. I am an inspirational speaker, because see, if I can inspire you, then you can motivate yourself. If I'm the motivator in your life, then what happens is, if I'm not around, you flop. So happiness is being able to rely on yourself, take full advantage of what your gifts and your talents are, and first to recognize that you have them, and then to be okay with who you are at this point in your life growing forward. You have to always feel comfortable with who you are, and the more comfort we derive from being who we are, I think the more happiness we're able to experience. And one of the things I always say is, peace of mind is the fertilizer for happiness.
Yes.
And we've got to have peace of mind. A lot of people's minds are just so scattered and so distorted because of all the chaos and confusion around them, that it's hard to get a grip on your thoughts and to go inward. And one of the women was asking me, because I was saying the same thing. I said, I go inward. And I spend time with God. I said, I do what I call prayerful meditation.
Right.
I pray, which is the time I talk to God.
Right.
And then I meditate, which means I shut down my brain. I shut down all talking to God, and I allow God to speak back to me so that I can get my directives for the day and for my life in general, you know?
Directive and guidance and
Yeah.
and the stability, the grounding, that if you can be silent with yourself, in yourself, in that space, and with your higher power, God,
Right.
the Lord, whoever, whatever, if you be quiet, if you can just be still, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you want to do an hour, nobody tells you how long you're going to do it, you know, whatever works, you know, and you do that, and you breathe in deeply and breathe out, you know, just relax. And if you can do that and be still and be quiet for that, then you can be still and be quiet in the world with all of its distractions and all of its noises and all of the voices and all of the news and you know, all of those things. Plus, you get extra benefits. You can be quiet enough to hear what I'm saying. I can be quiet enough to hear what you're saying. I can get on a Zoom for an hour, hour and a half, and listen intently and be present and be there because I'm already, I know how to be present. It's that discipline.
Absolutely.
Happiness requires discipline.
Oh, yes, it does.
Right,
Yes, it does.
exactly. It requires discipline. Like if you want to take a bubble bath, like say I'm going to do a bubble bath every Saturday night.
Right.
I'm going to do a bubble bath, or every Sunday morning I'm going to do a facial. Sometimes we need routine, or maybe you can do it Wednesday this week and Thursday next week. It doesn't matter. I'm one who works better on routine and discipline because then I get more in because I know where my timing is, you know, and so. Happiness does require work, but it's so fulfilling. Not all of the happiness, but to maintain that flow of happiness. You want happiness all the time, not happy today and sad tomorrow, up and down in a roller coaster. You don't have to have that kind, right? You don't have to have that kind of happiness. You can have just where you are happy within yourself, no matter what. And that brings to mind when you have the problem. If happiness is not going to always be, oh, everything's fine, everything's perfect. No, happiness is going to be able to move in it and still not be stressed out, not have all this anxiety and panic attacks and stuff, but just knowing that this too shall pass.
Absolutely.
It's going to be all right, you know?
I saw, you know what? Happiness is a deliberate choice we make. You know, it really is. And unless we make the choice to be happy, what happens is a whole host of other emotions begin to push their way in, you know, anxiety, depression, what else? Loneliness, just a whole host of, and you know what? We're human beings. We're human beings, and these emotions are designed to expand the human experience.
Right.
But the key is not to fall victim to our emotions or negative energies. Our job is to recognize, to feel the experience, gain an understanding of the experience, and then let it gently pass. Don't fight with it. You know, that's not going to create happiness. Fighting with your emotions or what's going on in your life is not going to create happiness. It's not going to sustain happiness. It's not going to enhance happiness. So, you know, feel the feeling. Don't fight them. I know for myself, you know, years ago, I would fight with my feelings. The negative feelings would come in and I'd be mad. And, you know, I didn't want to feel what I was feeling. I wanted to feel something else. I wanted to be happy. And, you know, but each emotion is designed to tell us something. To give us a message. So I think in the emotions, no matter what it is, seek to embrace the message, seek to understand and embrace the message. And I think when we do that, it makes the process of happiness a whole lot easier, that we're not fighting with ourselves all the time because we feel a way we don't want to feel. Embrace those feelings, understand that those feelings are guiding us in some way. And like you said, happiness comes from the inside out. And that's what I said last night too. You know, you can't build happiness on your external world. You have to build your happiness from the inside out, not the outside in. That's like trying to do a fraction equation using the Dewey Decimal System or whatever, you know, using some system that doesn't apply to the process that you're trying to work with at that moment.
Exactly. So it's internal, external. Again, yeah, it's the internal. I was going to say something also. The internal. When we say internal, doesn't mean that we're not working externally either. Because when we see people who they can be millionaires and billionaires and still not happy. They're still getting divorced. They're still have devices of drinking or
exactly.
Never happy. Can have 20 cars and 15 homes and vacation here and all these other
and
things.
All the money in the world.
All the money in the world will not be. Well, I think a lot of us know that by now, but we have to really, what makes me happy? A matter of fact, I was talking to my daughter and she said it was an assignment that someone had given her a long time ago to write 20 things down that make you happy. And then you take those 20 things down and you can break it down into 10 and 10. And out of the two side by side, which of the two make you the happiest? And you wind up with 10. Then you do that again and you wind up with 5. And you do that again, you wind up with 3. So if you want to accept the 3, but then you can narrow it down to 1. And it may be love, it may be freedom, it may be being with your family, it may be the Lord. You know, what makes, I know the happiest thing that makes me the happiest is that I love the Lord. And I know that no matter which way it goes, I'm going to be okay. Whether I'm here or whether I'm with him, I'm going to be okay. Absolutely. So that's my first main happiness. And then, you know, of course, my daughter and, you know, those things like that. But I won't go to the happiness part because we have a lot to talk about. But what I do think is that by being unhappy, it lets us know that we need to do something. You know, we need to balance this. We need to up our game. What is it? Do I need to change my attitude? Because attitude is everything. Yes, you know, I remember when they were trying to bogart me, and when they want to move you from a job, you might as well go, okay? Because you can't fight. You can fight the system, but a lot of times you're not going to win. You know, you lose so much in your stress and your anxiety because you get beat. You get really beat. Right. And so sometimes you better on just going with the flow. Yeah. But once you do go with the flow, have the right attitude. Because everything is about attitude, you know. And, yes, it is. And I just learned from one of my from my fiance, one of the people that was instrumental in my life, is practice the fine art of ignoring. That makes me happy. When I'm able to ignore what you said, or ignore how you act, or that put an extra notch for me coming up, you know, because I used to be, come home from work, this, that, or that, this, that, or the other, you know. But the fine art of ignoring. If you're saying something to me and I'm not in total agreement, and pick your battles. That can be happiness too. Pick my battles. I don't have to go around fighting everybody, you know, like, okay, absolutely. You got that. You got, thank you. And you know what made me happy today? This made me happy because I was talking to the Lord and I said, you know what? I really need answers here, especially with these vaccinations, you know. People are saying you have to be fully vaccinated. And then I read an article a while ago that said, if you had COVID, one shot is enough because it'll boost them up. And so if you're already halfway there to boost it to 100, what's the sense in getting a second shot? Because you don't need it. You already have the antibodies. And I was like, okay, I read that, but of course I didn't see any more articles about that or relating to it or anything. And I'm like, okay, I need more information with that. Do you know the thing about the news came on this morning? It said the scientists are saying that those who had COVID had the antibodies, one shot, whether it's Pfizer or Moderna, is good enough. I'm like, see that? There's my answer right there. Okay. You know, instead of just running right out to get the second one, now I can still, that was the booster for us. Right, so right. Okay, so now I can work with that because right now, none of us really know. They're talking about even the ones who had a double shot may need a booster. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get all into the, you know, the COVID thing, but I was just saying how that made me happy to get the information that I was asking for.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and to be able to really feel comfortable in it. Because I knew I read the article and I know, but then you go, every place is double. If you double vaccinated, you could take your mask off. If you double vaccinated, you could come here. I was like, okay, double vaccinated. Does that include, I don't have to think about it anymore, you know, because every day they're learning more and more information.
Right.
Yeah. So the happiness is, you know, just being able to uncover, discover, and discard.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you know, and that includes, that's people, that's the ideas, philosophies, my own personality quirks or whatever.
Right.
You know, and just realizing and accepting people for who they are. You know, knowing that we're not, most of us are not bad people trying to get good. We're sick people trying to get well. We don't know why certain people act certain ways. And so, but if I see that they're in my life to deliberately make me unhappy, they just can't be in my life.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think knowing that we have the choice to decide who we allow into our lives and who we don't is that makes me happy. Okay, because I've always been the kind of person who, I love everybody. I just love people.
Yes.
And you and I, you know, we're both empaths, so you know, we feel people's energy. We love people, but I think that when you're younger, you think you have to keep loving them up close and personal.
Oh yeah.
But we don't. I love everybody, but I don't love everybody up close and personal, because some people are destructive. They come with toxic energy, and they do things that will make you unhappy, or sit you in the middle of some drama or some chaos that really is theirs, not ours, but because we're trying to perk them up maybe and make them happy and just love them as they are. And you know, we can do that, but we don't have to do that up close and personal, because not everybody is good for us. There's a saying, if it ain't good to you, it ain't good for you. And I agree with that, you know. So I'm very cautious about who I allow into my life now, you know. As long as you are cordial and civil to me, and you come with an energy that I feel is loving and caring. It doesn't mean you're perfect, doesn't mean I'm perfect, but as empaths, we can feel other people's energy. And we know you can't fool us. It's very difficult to fool us. We can feel that negative energy. And we know when you're coming into our lives for good or not good. You know, I'm not gonna say bad. You know, some people, their intentions may be good, but their understanding is bad. And so, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, they come into your life, and because they're just not in alignment with, maybe they're miserable, but miserable people who are unhappy can't support happiness, because they don't feel happiness. You have to feel happiness. You have to understand happiness. You have to be happy, period, in order to share happiness with other people.
Right, because you can only give away what you have. If you don't have it. You ever get on the phone like with some people, and you want to be happier, but they can't even receive all your happiness. You know what I'm saying? Not too often. Check.
Not too often.
Not too often. But it's already know you seek out those that are happy. And not that they can't be sad or have a moment or a down moment.
We all have a moment.
I'm saying yes, but you know that at some point, some happiness, you know what, I'm so happy, or I'm in such gratitude, I'm in such appreciation. Because if we stay in appreciation and in gratitude, it's kind of hard to be in that unhappiness. And I mean, okay, it's going to be, I understand grief, things like that.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about like in general, general happiness. General flow. Each day, go to that fountain. When that's what you do when you're going in your meditation or your quiet time. Go to that fountain, get rejuvenated. Ask for what you need. I want some happiness today. I want some joy today. Okay, how about a good joke today? So, something funny happened. Let me tell you. Don't ask. You ask and you shall receive. Right? I asked. I said, you know what? I really need a good laugh. I need some real funny, because sometimes I look at a sitcom and it may be something funny here and there, but I want a straight through funny. I want that laugh, that real funny laugh, the one that's going to make my cheeks hurt, the one that's going to make my side hurt, like they just tickle you, the one
that brings tears down your face.
Tears down your face, make me pee, okay? You know what I'm saying? You want a good, sorry about that, you guys, but
that's okay, girl. Let's keep it real.
Keep it real. I had to keep it real. So anyway, so Lana calls me yesterday evening, and she's in her car, and we start talking, and I said, looked like she was eating something, right? I said, so what you eating? It sounded like she said cheese. So I said, oh, okay. So she's still driving. So I see her put this in. I said, are you eating chicken? She said, how many times are you going to ask me? I said chicken. I told you that's the second time you said chicken. I said, no, I thought you said cheese. She said, I don't eat cheese. I don't even eat dairy. I said, well, I thought it was cheese by the way you were chewing the chicken. I knew you couldn't be chewing cheese. We cracked up. She said, lady, you are so crazy. Because it was just that thing that was going on, like the miscommunication. I thought she said cheese.
And then
she doesn't eat dairy.
And you and I both are mothers of one child.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both girls. So a lot of times they're grown, we're grown. A lot of times they start acting like they are mama. Sometimes they try and flip the script on us, reverse, just shift gears and flip the script. Oh my God, I'm looking at a deer right over by my deck. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, I just love nature. And
nice.
Yeah, and it's just foraging. It looks like for something to eat. Oh, yeah. So you know what? It's really funny, the interaction between mother and daughters. And like I said, we both have one daughter, one child, period. And that interaction can be quite comical sometimes, you know. Every now and then, you know, you feel like slap them upside the head, but you know, you just like, okay, all right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't going there, you know.
Yeah. Well, I had a really good laugh out of that, because I mean, and that's what I wanted. I mean, I didn't, you know, pee or anything like that, but it was it was a cleansing, unexpected laugh, because like they say, laughter is the best medicine. So I say laugh, laugh, laugh. Be funny, be silly. Don't be afraid to be. Sometimes I get so silly, you know, but
yeah, me too.
They understand, you know, that's just me. It could be a little quirky, but I like to, don't let me be tired. If I'm really tired, I get really silly, but I'm happy. So I say, take the time to be light. You know, life is so serious. Everything is serious. And you get to a certain age, you get out of school, you have to pay bills, you have to do this. You have a lot of responsibilities and stuff. So when you find any time that you can laugh and be funny and take the time to be light and, you know, be free and just get out of self. And most importantly for me, I learned to laugh at myself. That I make a mistake, I pronounce a word, I just pronounced some word wrong. It was so damn funny. Yesterday, matter of fact, when I was feeling the vertigo, I said, oh, I have some vertigo going on.
Vertigo. Like vertigo.
I know it's vertigo, with that vertigo. Yeah, she thought I was being funny, and I was. But yeah, I said, oh, I have some vertigo going on here, because I was a little bit, not embarrassed, but like, yeah, a little bit embarrassed, like what? Oh, you know.
Yeah. So, feel like you just had a drink or something, a stiff drink.
Yeah, that's why I said vertigo, like I'm drunk here. And so then we started talking and laughing, and that opened up for more laughter. So I say, let go and enjoy and laugh, and you know, find things to bring. I try to find things to bring me joy. You know,
me too.
I turn on sitcoms, whether they're the old ones or the newer ones, and some of them I started watching. I didn't know, like Last Man Standing. I was like, you know, sometimes they're funny. There's a couple little ones in there that I think are funny, and I like that kind of corny laughter too, as long as it's funny. You know, I love me some Steinfeld and those people, but yeah, find some funny. Go to live comedy shows when they have them. You know, to hang around funny people who like to laugh. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Accept your silliness and be silly too. You know.
But you know what I find, Constance, is that a lot of times when we're younger, we don't understand the value of laughter, of happiness. We're constantly in search of happiness, because we don't understand that it comes from within us, and that we have the choice to be happy, and we can choose those things that make us happy, support our happiness, and expand our happiness. And you know what? I probably was in my 50s by the time I learned that. And let me tell you, the older I get, the more I understand the process of happiness, and the more I embrace it, the more I love it, the more I live my life happily. I tell people I'm living my life happily ever after. And that's my choice. You know, I decided I was going to live my life happily ever after. Doesn't mean everything is hunky-dory all the time, but I'm not going to let whatever it is that is attempting to tug at my happiness to get in the way. It's a moment. Okay, we have these moments that tug at happiness, but when we realize that something's tugging at our happiness, it's up to us to figure out what that is and to act accordingly, you know, not fall victim to whatever it is, not wallow in it and sink in it, but rather embrace every component of our life, every emotion, and recognize that understanding it all helps to strengthen the foundation for happiness. I think that, you know, when we can develop and maintain a positive outlook, no matter what's going on, and God knows, in a house where I got 4 grandchildren, my daughter, 2 dogs, woo, there's always something going on. The German Shepherd jumped up on the couch on my toe that I broke the other day, and I'm like, ah! Now I could have gotten mad. It could have messed up my happiness, but I'm like, oh no, he's playful, he's jumping, he's still a puppy, even though he's huge. And I'm just not going to allow momentary things to mess with my happiness, because I'm not going to give anything that is outside of my happiness control over my happiness.
Right. That's right.
And that's just the way it is. So, you know, when we develop and maintain a positive attitude, no matter what's going on in our lives, happiness kind of sets in. It takes up residence within us. And we're able to function and operate on a whole different level of understanding and wisdom. And let me tell you, wisdom is the bomb, okay? It is the bomb. When we realize we have that wisdom to make certain choices that are in alignment with our happiness, oh, I can't think of anything better. I really can't. No?
Exactly. Like you said, in alignment, you know, when you're aware and alert and aligned. And available and present in it, when you really can be present in it and showing up. And for me, that means you know, letting go, you know, releasing, not being afraid to just come out of the self-consciousness, you know, come out of the being less the ego that would keep me from being who I am. If I can't be who I am, then I don't need to be there. But you know, it's been times like say it's a while back until I really learned this through wisdom, through years, you know. I'd go places sometimes in like certain meetings or whatever, and you have people, even certain church meetings, people may say hi, but not a real joyful spirit, like a real smile, a real embracing.
Right.
And you know, I talked to God about that a long time ago, and he said, you know what, you have to bring it. If there's something there that's not there when you come in, you have to bring it. It's your attention, so you bring it. You come in smiling. Hey, hi.
Absolutely. Bam. This is what I'm bringing to the table of life. Bam.
How you doing? You know, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Even before Wendy, I may not have said it with the Wendy, how you doing, but how you doing? Hi.
Yeah. Hey there.
How you doing? What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
Exactly.
You know, so because this way, at least, and if you don't respond, that's fine. But I didn't let your non-response determine my response or the way I'm going to react. So I bring it, you know, just some people, they weren't taught to say good morning. You know, you say good morning and keep it moving. You don't have to say nothing else the rest of the day.
Hello.
You know, especially when you're working with people, you're gonna be there all day, right?
Absolutely.
Good morning. Get that out the way. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You know, sometimes I used to go to a certain matter of fact, it was a church, and when I got there, I wanted to just be still and be quiet. I don't want to really say too much, but I had to work. The Lord had to work with me with my attitude. Just go in smiling, go in, and change your attitude. And I know it's an actual attitude. I'm not trying to be redundant or anything, but just that smile. A smile is everything. Smile even when you don't want to smile. Smile
exactly.
Even you think you can't smile. Just smile. Let a smile be an imprint on your face.
Yeah.
And I missed that during the pandemic, is because the mask was here. But guess what? You can smile with your eyes.
Oh, absolutely. I had to learn to smile with my eyes. It's a new skill. Most of us now have a new skill. We can smile with our eyes.
Exactly, because the eyes are the window of the soul. So you can make contact. People know that somebody walk in front of you. I used to talk to Lana with my eyes. All she had to do was look at my eyes, like, really?
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah.
That look. So yeah, so let a smile be a trademark. I like when I hear people say, and she was always smiling, or he was always beautiful smile. He was always smiling. That's real, that's special, that's important, because it really is. Like I said, I miss the smiles behind the mask. And although you see it through your eyes, it's nothing like using your through your dancing eyes.
Right.
A smile is like, I understand sometimes people may feel like their teeth may be jacked up or whatever, but you can do the closed smile.
Exactly.
Closed smile with a wink.
Hey, hello, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And if it don't make nobody else happy, a smile makes me happy. Okay, smiling makes me happy. Okay, I would hope that it would lighten up the energy of other people, but whether it does or doesn't, not my business. Okay, it makes me happy. It makes me feel good, and that's what it's all about. Because if you don't have the experience of being happy, then it's very difficult to bring, again, like you said, you can't give what you don't have. And you can't bring to somebody's life something that you don't understand how to experience yourself. That's one of the reasons why I tell people we're like scientists on this planet. Our role is to explore, experience, and expand before we exit. Okay. And some people, they don't explore. Their experiences are minimal. They do little expanding, but whether they do or not, everybody, we all gonna exit one day. Exactly. So when I exit, I want to exit with a smile on my face. I want to feel that joy down in my soul as deeply as possible. And I feel that all the time now. And that's how I want to go out. That's why I also limit who I deal with, because some people's energy is just not healthy. Right.
No.
And at this point in my life, I don't want to deal with other people's unhealthy energy, because I always say to people, toxic energy is like taking a bottle of poison and drinking it.
Yeah, it's like a fart.
It's you're like, you get around it, you like, your face scrunches up and people are like, oh, what's wrong with her? Because automatically that's the response we get to toxic energy, especially when you're an empath. So that's why I limit who I'm around. I know the toxic people, and I know the joyful people, the kind-hearted, good-spirited people. And those are the people that I spend my time around when I do. But you know what? I'm perfectly happy by myself. I don't have to, I tell people, I go out, when I go out and about here in the Poconos, people may see me, but when they see me, I'm always alone. Unless I'm with my daughter and we're going to the grocery store, we're going shopping, we're doing something together. But other than that, I love my me time. I just love it. It's invigorating. It revives me in ways that being around other people never can. So I think people need to spend a lot more time with themselves. They need to incorporate me time into their lives.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Not being afraid to be alone, to just be still, be quiet, do what you would love doing. I mean, being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. You know, if you just enjoy doing nothing, do nothing. It's okay.
Nothing.
It's
Hello.
okay to do. For me, it's okay if you don't want to do anything. You know, you don't have to be taking a bubble bath, or you don't have to take a nap. You know, you don't have to do those things. Just some people can't be alone. They have to have a family member or a friend or
an entourage.
Right. And you know, I outgrew that. Like when I was in my 20s and stuff, I loved the entourage. I had to be on the phone. Yeah. Oh, we going here. I'll meet you there. I'll see you after the next club. I'll see you after the after hour club.
I'll meet you there, you know?
Yeah, right now. The after hours 2:00 here. But there's one that's 5:00, and I had to be constantly, steadily going. And this is a time like, wow, it's okay. It's just okay to be still, to be quiet, to enjoy just the simple things. The simple things make me happy, you know.
Yeah, me too.
A cup of tea, you know, makes me happy. I mean,
hello, girl.
I don't know if that's old age or what, but it just, hey, this tea is hot. This tea
you know what it is? It's wisdom.
Yeah,
we grow in wisdom, and in that growth in wisdom, it brings us to that place where we understand that loving ourselves is wonderful, you know, and the more we love ourselves, the happier we are. And the more we protect ourselves from the outside forces who might not be so happy, who may not understand happiness, who want to dump their unhappiness on you. Oh, please give me a break with that.
I know. And with the tea, say many years ago, a long time ago, there was maybe a handful of teas. I knew Lipton and Tetley, and maybe one or two teas. Okay. But now we have like 100 different teas.
A million different teas.
You know what I'm saying? You have a tea if you want to go to sleep, a tea if you want to be up, a tea if you want your skin to look nice, a tea if you want to go to the party, a tea. So enjoy your tea, you know.
Enjoy your teas, exactly. I bought this, it's called Lavender Chamomile Tea. And it is delicious. It's supposed to help you to sleep. Relax, when you're ready to go to bed. And my granddaughters really like it. They drink it probably more than I do. And you know, experiment. You know, I mean, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, lavender chamomile. I wonder what that tastes like. I bought it. I mean, a lot of times I'll see something. I'm like, oh, I'd like to try that, and I try it. You know, you never know. Some people, they do the same thing that they've done all their lives. They don't change. They wear the same hairdo. They do the same things. They believe the same things. But you know, one of the things I said last night to ladies, throughout the course of our lives, we change, we evolve, we grow better. But if you're not in the process of evolving with life, you're gonna get left behind. Yep. You're gonna be stuck somewhere. You wondering why life is not changing for you. Why is it getting better?
Right.
I realized that like every 10 years, from birth to 10, a lot of change takes place. From 10 to 20, a lot of change takes place. 20 to 30, a lot of change takes place. 30 to 40, a lot of, every 10 years, I seem to notice that a lot of change seems to take place for the better. Yes. But if you're not in alignment, in tune with it, if you're not listening to the voice of God telling you how to shift gears at this phase of your life, right, you're likely to get stuck in somewhere in the past. And while you're hanging out in the past, the gift of the present moment, you're losing it. Exactly. And it's the present moment that's going to determine the quality of your future. You know, the quality of your future. Yep. You know, your past is where you learn lessons, and the present is where you earn your blessings. You know, you work it. You know, they would say work it. You twerk life. You know, you twerk it. You know, and you make it work, and you just laugh and you have fun. You know, sometimes I'm in here with my granddaughters, and I'll hear some music some music from our time, and that's really, get you going. And I'll get up and I start twerking and doing some other. They're like, Grandma, really? They laugh, I laugh, we all feel good. You know what? you got to change your life from phase to phase to phase of your development. You got to be in alignment. You got to be in tune with it. Okay. I was saying to the ladies last night, I said, I have 3 years before my 70th birthday, and 60 has brought my 60s have come with such change and such awareness, such enlightenment, such wisdom. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for 70. 3 more years. I can't wait for 70, because I'm like, what is my 70s gonna bring to my table of life? And I'm excited. I'm excited about every phase of life now. You
Amen.
know,
Yeah.
I've learned to grow with the flow, not just go with it, but grow with the flow. And that's what we need to do. That's what we all need to do if we're going to remain in alignment with who we are, and then be able to believe in ourselves and feel good about ourselves.
Right.
Important.
Right. And the heart is very important, because we know that we are mental, physical, spiritual beings, and emotionally, all the emotions are running also. Yeah. But the heart is so important, because like scripture says, out of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Everything is in the heart. If you're a murderer, murderous it's in the heart. If you're a loving person, it's from the heart. So it's a good thing to guard the heart and be lighthearted, because we can be 70, 75, 80, but it's that heart and that spirit. When you say young at heart, young at heart, young, you can have a youthful spirit. You can be 90 and be as youthful as someone, maybe not body wise, I'm not going to say that, but as youthful as moving around, and you can be body wise also, as a 60-year-old or a 50-year-old or 70, whoever knows, age is but a number. And I know people would debate that with me, and I'm not a scientist and all that other stuff, but I'm just saying from my experience, that I feel 35, maybe younger, but there are certain times that I don't.
Hello.
I just jump out of the bed like a spring chicken, like whoops. No, I do a little jump, a little hippity hop out of the bed, but I'm aware of my movements, because you just don't know, but that's why exercise is very important to being happy, and not just to lose weight, just to stay strong, to keep the muscles strong, to keep things intact, to keep that spine, because everything, even the brain works from the movement of the spine. So to keep the spine aligned and strong, and the muscles supple and loose and moving, because what we don't use, we lose.
Absolutely.
We lose that mobility and the flexibility and those things. So, it's things that will keep us happy. The way we eat, that's a whole nother subject, not so much a rigid, strict diet to lose weight or whatever, but just as healthy as we can. If they tell me that there's saturated fats and hydrogenized this, that, and the other in corn chips and these kind of things, I've been there, done that. I don't have to risk it and taste it or whatever. I've done that. I don't need it, because it's not going to help me. If it's going to clog up my arteries and I don't know whether I'm going to get a stroke or a heart attack, that's not going to make me happy. I want to be happy. So I eat happy food. I make a salad with the red and the green and yellow and the orange, and it's vibrating at me. And, I know when it gets in me, it's going to be vibrating also, helping me to do the things that I need to do. And, and of course, other foods, but food is very important. So diet is important, and exercise, we hear it over and over and over, but you know what? Sometimes you need to hear another voice. You can tell me this all day long, and I'll look at you and I'll say, yeah. And then she can say it, and I'll say, you know what, she told me that I should eat some this, that, and the other. And you say, well, damn, Tack, I told you that before too. You don't tell me that, but she's thinking that,
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, Tack, I have been telling you this for 15 years, but now it's okay. It's all good. At least you got it, but I don't say all of that. But sometimes you just need to hear another voice. Yeah. And it's okay. It's a time for everything. Like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher is there. So, and some of it seems redundant, and those who got it, please have patience, because it's a lot who don't have it. So you may be up there, oh, we know all that. They talking all that stuff. We already know that it's diet and it's exercise. That's what happens. Sometimes we just know it all, and like you have to say, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth, because sometimes it may not be for you,
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's okay. It's okay, because maybe it is something for you, but you have to be open to hear it. I have to be open to hear the message, because if I'm looking at the messenger and I'm saying, oh, they saying stuff that everybody knows, and I hear this and I hear it on the TV and I read it and I do the internet and I do the Google and I do da. You know what? Just keep listening, because if I didn't say something that you wanted to hear in the last half an hour, I may say something that you want to hear in the next half an hour, or maybe it's next week. You know, I don't know, something is making me say this right now. And I don't know who you are, but it's okay. It's all good. We're going to learn. We're going to grow together. We're going to have patience with one another. We're going to have tolerance with one another. We're going to be acceptant of one another. And we're going to be compassionate, and we're going to embrace, and we're going to understand that there's some people who have not got here yet, you know, and it's okay, because our job, this is what makes me happy, to be able to help somebody else. You know, to be able to mentor someone else, to be able to help guide someone else, you know, to be available. You know, I don't have anyone to talk to. You can call me. And if I say you can call me, you can call me. Absolutely. If I say call me before 10 o'clock, but if it's an emergency, call me at 12 o'clock. You better believe I'm going to talk to you. You know, I may not be yippity yapping at 12 just about anything, but if it's something that you know, you can call me 12 o'clock anytime.
Yeah, you know,
because I know that it's going to be something on your mind you need to talk about. You know?
Absolutely. And I think that it's so important when we accept, embrace, and celebrate our reality, because my reality is different from your reality. There may be some similarities, but there's some differences. My reality is different from my daughter's reality. We have to look at where people are on their path of life. And I'm 22 years older than my daughter. So that means I've had 22 more years of experience than she's had.
That's right.
I am 40 something years older than my oldest grandchild, which means I've had 40 more years of experience. And it doesn't mean I know everything, but I know what I know. I'm confident about what I know. I embrace and celebrate my reality, and I do the best I can to respect your reality. I mean, we have to always consider where people are in their journey of life. And it may not be where we are, but that's okay, as long as we are respectful. I think respect is one of the cornerstones of happiness. If you can't respect other people, that means you have no respect for yourself either, because you don't know what respect feels like. So how do you share respect with other people? And so if there's always this tug of war between yourself and other people, and without your understanding that you may need to do some self-work yourself in order to get to a place where you can respect and honor other people's journey, then that's what you have to do. And I celebrate my life. I mean, I've been through a lot of things, and I always share the many things I've been through. I mean, like I said, I say to people, ain't no shame in my game. Okay. Life is real. My experiences have been real. And I also tell people that no matter how bad your experience, it doesn't make you a victim just because you were victimized by someone else. And being a victim, it's impossible to be happy when you are living the victim life.
Exactly.
You know, so we have to embrace. I mean, and one of the women asked me last night if I could go back and change some of the really bad things that happened in my life, would I? I said, no. I said, because everything that I went through and got through, overcame, has contributed to the woman I am today. Who would I be if it had not been for those experiences? Now, I don't think that anyone should have to go through certain experiences, but if you grow through it and you become better because of it and not succumb to it, then you're doing good. You're doing good. We're doing good.
That's right.
And a lot of people just, you know, they acquiesce into the pain of their past. And no, you leave the pain behind. You take the lesson, earn the blessing, and keep it on moving. keep moving on until you get to that next phase of life, whatever that is.
Exactly. When going back to when you talked about, like mothers and daughters and the relationships, and even mothers and sons and fathers and sons,
right?
Parents, and being happy. Happiness, if you're not working toward the relationship healing, then you have to look at it, because is any relationship not worth healing? Maybe if they were trying to kill you, or maybe. But most relationships is going to take, understanding, communication, first of all, understanding, and again, respect is at the top, the umbrella.
Yeah.
And how do you get that? Even if, say, the child was not shown respect, or was misused or abused, or those kind of things. I just find that scripture has helped me so much, reading God's word. And in the Bible, when it says, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long, just do it because of that. Don't do it because of anything else, not because of, I'm doing this as a favor to you, or now my mother is old, so now I got to take care of her, or now I don't want her coming into I don't want to take care of her, and I don't want to do, and just all that, I. When we leave here, we come here naked, we're leaving naked. We came here in the beginning, somebody washed us, somebody gonna wash us when we leave. You know what I'm saying? And so what's the point? What is the point? The point is all you can show is love. That, and that's God's love, and we can't do it on our own, So I was just thinking, you said respect. Respect covers a multitude, and love covers a multitude. And, being happy also, it requires us biting some bullets, forgiving. Forgiving is one of the hardest things in the world to do for some people. I've had experiences where I had to forgive, and more than that, where someone had to forgive me. And I was with such grace, such grace that we were able to take care of that. And that person is, God bless the dead, is gone home. And, I'm so happy that we were able to come to that place in life, in this life, because I know the afterlife or whatever, but why not happiness? Another thing for me is getting rid of as much baggage, as much stuff as I can right here,
right here, right now.
Yeah, that makes me happy, because constantly working on ourselves.
Absolutely.
Working on ourselves, whether it's self-help books, inspirational books, motivational books, you help you when I talk to you, because I know it's going to always be bright, it's going to always be enlightening, it's all going to always be, we're going to always be exchanging and giving and taking and sharing and opening. You've always been like that, And so those are the kind of people I want around me. They say, go where the love is. You want to be happy? Go where the love is.
Go where the love is. Exactly.
If there's no love there, then that's not your, like you say, that's not your peeps. That's not your tribe.
That's right. That's not your tribe.
And it's okay. That's okay. That's just,
and it's okay.
Tribe. It's their own tribe. It's okay. It's
exactly.
Right. You don't have to be a member of every tribe,
And you don't have to visit every tribe either,
You don't have to
let them be where they are. We be where we are, and we just be happy, we be where we are.
We be.
That's right, girl. That's right. And we got that, we here.
All are welcome. We're very inclusive. This is not an exclusive.
Very inclusive, but leave your garbage outside the door.
Come right, like my father used to say, straighten up and fly right.
Hello, exactly. Leave your garbage outside the door. I think visiting people, no matter who they are, where they are, is predicated on understanding who they are and what they will tolerate and what they won't tolerate. That falls under the heading of respect. Okay. If I know that when I walk into your home that you ask everyone to take their shoes off, I'm not going to walk into your home with my shoes on.
Right.
I'll probably take them off outside the door, right as before I step in the door.
Yes.
If I know that you are a smoker in your house, I'm not going to visit your house if you smoking in your house, because I don't like cigarette smoke, cigar smoke. I don't like none of that, And I think it's very unhealthy to be in an environment like that. And I'm not going to put myself into an environment. So I will respect what works for you, but I've got to also respect what works for me.
Right.
And I think that's important. We got to, and that falls in alignment with us taking charge of our lives. Sometimes people just do what everybody else wants them to do, or what they think that they should do around other people to get in and fit in. No, it's not about getting in and fitting in. It's about feeling good about yourself and knowing what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and honoring that. You've got to honor yourself. We can honor other people, but we've got to honor ourselves as well. You can't honor other people if you don't honor yourself, if you don't know what honoring yourself feels like.
That's right.
So we have to take charge of our lives and stop putting our lives in the hands of other people, thinking that they're going to bring us happiness. No one else is in charge of our happiness. We are.
Right. That's a whole other topic there.
That's a whole other topic. Exactly.
Looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love from this, that, there, here, him, her, she, the other.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
A whole nother topic.
And you know what? Another topic there.
Yeah, that might be
time for us to go, so we can't even cover that topic.
Yeah, we can't even cover that. Yeah, we got 6 minutes, looks like, so we start to go into that, we may end up doing another hour.
Yeah, no, we'll remember that one. Yeah, looking and searching for love. I'm write that down so we don't forget. Okay.
I'm gonna see. I got my pen. I was ready to write it down too.
Okay.
But it love and
love and happiness. Remember Al Green?
Love and happiness. Yes. Hello, girl. I used to rock to that, and every time I hear it now, I'm like, I can so relate.
Yes.
And it's just so down to earth, and it just hits you in the right spot. That love, and the more we love, the more happiness we're going to feel. Well, the more peace of mind we're going to achieve, and then the more happiness we're going to be blessed with.
Yes.
So it's all a process. Understanding the process is essential. Right. And when we do understand the process and honor the process, whether it's somebody else's or our own, wow, that's a phenomenal thing. That's a phenomenal experience. And I think that when we really gain that wisdom, that real understanding, things start to balance out. They start to balance out. And one of the things I said to the ladies last night, because they got off onto something else, and I said, let me tell you something. One of the problems or the challenges of women and men is that our feminine and masculine energy is out of kilter, imbalanced. When you know how, because a man has feminine energy too, but if he's rejecting his feminine energy, he's going to have a difficult time relating to women. Because we relate to that gentle, soft, kind energy. And so do they. So if they relate to that, we want to relate to that as well. We don't want a man coming to us, with this ego-driven, macho craziness. Hey, take that somewhere else. We want to be treated gently, kindly, lovingly, and every human being is in search of that.
Right.
And so, but the key is to recognize that you have the right to just say no to anything that is not loving, that is not in alignment with our well-being.
Right. That's right.
So, hey, on that note, we have like 4 minutes. Do you have any special words of wisdom you want to share tonight? You know that was coming.
I love it because you do all the work. So thank you. I mean,
no, we come to the table prepared.
Opening is a big job. I don't mind at all. I was just thinking how you just wrapped it up basically with the happy, like not doing anything that's not going to set right inside of you. I'll just say me for now, because I don't like to act like I'm talking to you, and I need it also. So I'm not gonna people please or say yes and I mean no.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So just to be happy, just be your authentic self. So I did write this. This is like really quick. I don't even know if it'll take the whole 3 minutes, but just be happy. Don't let anybody steal your joy. In the presence of God is the fullness of joy. Stay in that presence. Go to that presence. Go in it, back and forth, in and out all day. Do a dance with it. Oh, I'm over here. How you doing, Lord? Checking in. What's my assignment today? How am I doing?
Hello.
I'm just, I'm off the bat right now, but how am I doing? See you in a minute. Traveling grace and mercy. I'm the pilot. I'm the co-pilot. You're the pilot. I'm the co-pilot. Give him his place. Give him his glory. Give him, his exaltation, and just always hovering, always there, always with you, always guiding you, always protecting, always keeping you safe, and making sure that you're happy. You're going to be happy. He said, "I came that you may have life and have it more abundantly." I'm ready. I'm down. I'm cool. I'm with that. I don't want it any other way. It ain't no other way.
There is no other way.
Right? It's a win-win. So, but I'm just going to just say this because I thought about the smile. Let a smile grace your face today. Smile throughout the day, all day. Just smile. I have a reputation in my family for grinning and smiling. Count how many times you smile. Or how many times you could have smiled. How many times did you miss not smiling? Like I could have smiled at the postman. I could have smiled here or there. Somebody was saying, if you want a man, you want a guy, you want a boyfriend, a husband, say hi to every man, because this way you're saying hi because you want that man. No, you're just saying hi to them all, right?
Yeah.
You smile, or how many times you could have smiled. What brings a smile to your face? Seeing a little baby with a bunch of chocolate on his mouth or something, whatever, I sent out a little dog with the mask on it, and somebody sent it to me with the little cap on, the PP.
I saw that.
Yeah, right. It made me smile. I said, oh, well, I'll send it out.
So how cute. Yeah.
Cute, right? It was different. So yeah, there are songs, Smile Though Your Heart Is Aching, and then another song was The Temptations, a line it was a smile is a frown turned upside down,
Yes, I remember that.
Right? So it's just easy to smile as it is to frown,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so intense. Like it's been a couple of times I've walked down the street and I'm intensely thinking about something or whatever, and somebody say smile. And I'll just, thanks for reminding me. Hell yeah, let me smile. Smile is good.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, let's smile. So just keep on smiling. Smile though your heart is aching.
Absolutely. And on that note, we're just going to smile our way on out of tonight's segment. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Yes,
we love you. Stay tuned and be sure to come back next month because we'll have more for you.
Yes.
All right.
It's
bye.
been a blast.
Love you, girl.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.